How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is M, and today we'll be discussing the NAG1 transmission as well as modifications you can do to it to improve the durability as well as performance of the transmission. So let's go ahead and get into it. So to start off, the NAG1 has a bit of a reputation as the lag one, as you can make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in between each gear shift, as well as the fact that quite a few people don't think they are very stout. They think that this transmission is going to absolutely grenade under any circumstance where there is quite a bit of abuse. But that is not the truth. A lot of people underestimate this transmission, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what you can do to not only firm up those shift points and improve the shifting, but improve the durability of the transmission in total. So no matter if you daily drive a car with a NAG1 transmission and you want to see some improvements, or if you're one of these dudes out here sliding the hell out of your car, or if you're one of these guys hitting the drag strip, no matter what, we're going to go ahead and talk about how you can improve that NAG1 transmission. The NAG1 transmission was used in 5.7 liter, 6.1 liter, and many 6.4 liter powered vehicles. So first things first, the NAG1 transmission is most definitely underestimated. There are plenty of street cars out here with no modifications to the NAG1, making 600 horsepower, and 550 to 600 horsepower is typically considered the limitations of the NAG1 transmission in its stock form. Now let's go ahead and jump into some modifications that can improve durability and performance for the NAG1 transmission. So first things first, the ZAutomotive Tranzformer can improve things quite a bit. You can firm up those shift points just a little bit for a daily driver or something of the sorts, or you can firm them up to the point where you are chirping the tires through each gear shift. Aside from that, there's launch mode to help dial in reaction times. There's a line lock so you don't have to push through the rear brakes. There's a trans temp readout, and there are more features. I'm going to be installing one in the vlog, testing out features, and doing a review, so stay tuned for those videos. And if you're interested in grabbing one for yourself, go ahead and hit the link in the description that I left for y'all, and or use the code UnderdogBuilds to save yourself some money at checkout. A ZAutomotive Transformer will 100% change the feel of a NAG1 equipped vehicle. Now, speaking on firming up those shift points, let's go ahead and discuss a modification that a lot of people talk about. That modification would be blue top solenoids. These are the AMG solenoids for the NAG1 transmission. Now, there was a lot of talk online for many years about these solenoids because they have a smaller orifice and all of these different things that helps firm up shift firmness. However, there is no need for them with the ZAutomotive Transformer. A lot of people utilized them before the ZAutomotive Transformer was on the market and before it was so popular, even if it was on the market. So a lot of people did talk about the blue top solenoids. However, they are not needed in unison with a ZAutomotive Transformer. And I would like to mention the folks over at Dings Racing also said, do not run the blue top solenoids in unison with the Dings Racing valve body. The orifices are already manipulated on the valve body itself. So running those blue top solenoids can cause more harm than good. So keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and talk about that Dings Racing valve body. So the best modification you can pretty much do for the NAG1 transmission is going to be the 200% valve body from Dings Racing. This valve body will completely change the durability and performance of the NAG1 transmission. And so the words are coming from Dings Racing themselves. I'm going to read the description of the Dings Racing valve body right to you. So it says our valve body is 200% more coupling power to the clutches than stock. With proper tuning, it is designed to have quicker shifts to improve the typical NAG1 3 to 4 flare while shifting in the correct manner as the transmission was designed to. And these folks know what they are talking about. They have taken the NAG1 transmission and completely flipped the script. There was plenty of hate and plenty of doubt, and there still is. However, Dings Racing completely changed the game for the NAG1 and how it is viewed. There are numerous situations of people utilizing a NAG1 transmission, a Dings Racing valve body, and they make over 800, 900, and even over 1,000 rear wheel horsepower and 900 foot-pounds of torque. Long story short, a NAG1 transmission and a Dings Racing valve body equates to a very stout transmission that is overlooked by plenty of people. You can make about 550 to 600 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheels. After that, you're going to have to upgrade the converter. A properly spec torque converter can net you 0.3 of a second in the quarter mile. But there are some other modifications that you can do to improve that longevity and durability, as well as the performance. Moving on to the last couple of talking points, let's go ahead and discuss some modifications that can help heat dissipation. So the first modification that comes to mind is upgrading that transmission cooler. Now they do have the police package and SRT8 variants, so those can be utilized, and there are plenty of aftermarket options. I will say most people tend to use Mopar components. And one more thing that you could do to aid in dissipating that heat would be installing a larger, deeper transmission pan. You typically see temps drop 10 to 30 degrees for a couple of reasons. So firstly, a lot of the transmission pans that you would upgrade to have cooling fins to aid in dissipating that heat, kind of like a differential would. And aside from the cooling fins, they are typically made from aluminum, which also helps. And then of course the extra ATF, which is typically 2 ounces to 4 ounces, depending on which pan you upgrade to, most definitely helps as well. A larger aluminum transmission pan, especially one that has cooling fins, will most definitely help aid in dissipating that heat, as well as a transmission cooler upgrade. A Dings Racing valve body will absolutely change the game, and blue top solenoids are not for everybody, and installing them is a debatable topic. And if you're wondering why I'm saying this about the blue top solenoids, let me go ahead and read this word for word. Dings Racing valve bodies are calibrated for high performance, and adding blue top solenoids, known for higher line pressure, can make shifting too harsh or exceed optimal pressure ranges for the setup. The NAG1 or LAG1 transmission has been known to be slow, and in a world full of 8-speed and 10-speed transmissions, the performance is quite underwhelming. But the modifications in today's video will certainly help improve the durability and performance of the NAG1 transmission. That's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it or learned something new. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.